So I got this ad that you see on the screen here in the mail from My Patriot Supply. It states that if you buy a 3-month emergency food supply, you get one free for $4.97, free shipping, a total of 900 servings. Sounds pretty good. And it actually got my attention. I'm like, but I inquired further, and that's why I made this video because of the things that I found out. I called them to ask, what does it mean, 900 total servings? How many calories does it provide? And they said they didn't know. But they typically, when they list something as an emergency food supply, they usually range between 1,000 and 1,200. So that comes from the operator, not me. They said it was between 1,000 and 1,200 calories. So I was like, okay. They said if you want the exact number of calories, go to the website and add them yourself. Go to each item that's in this kit and add it all up. So I was like, okay. So I found out there's actually 21 items in this kit, and it's not so straightforward because it's under serving sizes. So it takes a minute to actually figure out the calories for each of these items, and then you have to add all the items together. But I went ahead and spent the time to do that so I can make this video. And so um, it's quite amazing of all the different variety of foods like mashed potatoes, oatmeal, potato soup, traveler stew, chicken and rice, mac and cheese, whey powdered milk, pancakes, Southwest rice, instant white rice, banana chips, orange energy drink, chocolate pudding, cream of wheat, and a medley of other things. Most of them are noodle dishes, rice dishes, and potato dishes, but there's some variety there. It's kind of interesting. I mean, it's a lot of starch and there's a lot of sugar in there, but My Patriot Supply doesn't use GMO foods and they don't add MSG. So I like that, but there's a lot of sugar, starch, gluten, those kind of things. Not my cup of tea, but you may be okay with it. So I broke this down further, and let's just kind of assume, which is mostly true, there's 30 days in a month, right? Uh, and this comes out to be about $2.76 a day. That sounds really good. You're like, man, that's a good deal if you're able to actually get all, your nutritional and calorie needs met. But it's not true because once again, this is called an emergency food supply, not an ideal food supply. So when I did my calculations, it came out to be 1,082 calories a day. Once again, 1,082 calories. Now, this is very important because for most people, this is about half or even 1/3 of what you really need. And of course, in a very stressful emergency, you're going to be burning more calories and you may be more active. And so you may even need more than 2 or 3 times this. So I'm just trying to be honest here and say just be careful on educating yourself on before you purchase something like this, because like for me, a 3-month emergency food supply would realistically get me through maybe a month. That's just me. And so you have to kind of look at this. Now, if you're getting this to supplement what you already have, that might be potentially a plausible way to go with this. But once again, look at the individual foods that are in this package, and you may say, do I want that many potato dishes? Do I want that many noodle dishes? Do I want that many rice dishes? And the various sugar offerings, the orange energy drinks. There's a lot of those, and the chocolate pudding. It sounds good, but it's not so good for you. So you got to kind of just consider like what is the best way to spend your money. In my opinion, in my humble opinion, it's not the best way to go. But each has their own method of procuring their food. So that's up to you. But I just want to lay this out. So this is something I get a lot of questions on. Where do you go to get food and what food do you have? And I think that let's just start with putting a lot of the food that you already eat in rotation. And I think there's a lot better sources out there. In fact, I know there is to buy a lot of food in bulk that isn't in this format, that isn't all prepackaged and oversold, in my opinion. And it's not because that My Patriot Supply doesn't have anything that is worthwhile. They do, but you're going to pay for it. And this company really has a lot of mixed reviews. You don't have to look that far to see a lot of people have problems. Um, it's uh, it's kind of like what you would call a mainstream preparedness company, and they kind of catch people new to preparedness and kind of distract them from all the other options out there. Or for people who don't do research, seems to be like an amazing opportunity to purchase these things. When in real life, they're just at best okay. And if you do your research, you'll see that this isn't really the best bang for the buck. So hopefully this video at least shines some light on this issue. Thanks for your support, and you guys take care.